Low energy, unfocused, foggy? You might be dehydrated. Whether it's hot yoga, over 100-degree weather, or too much sun. Gatorlight, with a specialized blend of 5 electrolytes, was scientifically designed to help move fluids into the body faster for rapid rehydration. Shop now at retailers nationwide. Gatorlight hydrates faster than water. Is it in you? Symptoms noted are signs of mild to moderate dehydration. Consult a healthcare professional if symptoms persist.
Pros, find the right flooring for the job in Lowe's newly redesigned flooring showroom. Shop our expanded assortment of trusted brands and get up to 35% off style selections, Stainmaster, and Stainmaster Pet Protect Special Order Carpet. And while you're here, save $100 on a DeWalt 20-volt max 6-amp-hour 2-pack of batteries. Now just $179. Get more of what you need faster and save more where it counts from the ground up. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 8/26 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
This message is brought to you by Apple Card. Shave ice by the beach. A trip to the state fair. And a throwback flick at the local drive-in. They're more than just items to check off the summer bucket list. They're also opportunities to earn 2% daily cash back when you use your Apple Card with Apple Pay. Apply for Apple Card now and use in-minutes with Apple Pay. Subject to credit approval. Apple Card is issued by Goldman Sachs Bank USA, Salt Lake City branch. Terms and more at applecard.com.
From the Fifth Quarter Studios in Madison, Wisconsin, you're listening to Coach Unplugged. And now, your host, Steve Collins.
Hey, everybody. Happy Thursday. Episode 630 of Coach Unplugged. Part 3 of, I hope you've enjoyed these. We got a bunch of practice planning ones coming up over the next couple of weeks, so I really hope you enjoy them. Let me know. Leave a review. Subscribe. We would love that on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, wherever you listen to us. We'd also like to give a big shout out to our 2 sponsors, Dr. Dish, the #1 shooting machine on the market. Mention Coach Unplugged. They'll give you $350 off. Also, go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. Netflix for basketball coaches, but even better than Netflix. It has a community. It has resources. It has handouts. It has the COVID course, everything that you would need to work through this process that we're going through right now. But anyway, go over and check it out. Make sure you mention us, and go over and subscribe and like, and we would really like that. So have a great day. Bye. Yeah. Anyway, they don't think beyond. They don't think beyond 2 minutes.
Yeah. So that's hard I think it's hard to get them to buy into that team mentality, and like it's more than just me. And right. Like these kids, they're all in high school. They want to be the leading scorer. They want to be the guy that makes the shot, and the fans are all cheering their name and all that. But They don't realize is like if you can do it consistently, they're going to be doing that for everybody. Like in the fans, because they're going to win. You're going to win. Right. So I'm trying to get that out of their mentalities is hard, and making them believe that it means something.
What would you tell your young self?
Oof.
I'm just trying to. I always think of questions. I always think of questions that coaches would want to hear. That I mean, I think it's. I love what I've done this for now. I've been at Division I, Division II, Division III. I've been a head high school coach, and I wouldn't do it differently. To be honest with you, if I was younger though, I probably would have tried to get to the highest level earlier, because I think if I was younger, I'd say, try and get on a Syracuse as a manager. Try and get as a video assistant at like Duke, or work as many high level camps as you can to get to know the assistants and that kind of stuff. Because I think it's easier to come down from the highest level to where you got to be than to try and to go from a high school assistant to a high school head coach. Right. I mean, there's only so many Bo Ryans in the world.
Yeah, there's that.
It just doesn't happen. I mean, Boeheim did it.
But it's very few and far between.
Not Boeheim. Michigan coach did it.
Izzo.
No, the one
Beeline, John Beeline.
Beeline did it. He did it. Yeah, Beeline.
Yeah,
did it.
You're right. Yeah, very few. Very few to build that up like that and win at a highest level. Like I could go right now to Hamden Hall here and win the national championship, like high school for the next 5. I don't think a Division I is going to offer me a job. You know what I mean? Like it ain't.
And the only thing that would open doors for you is you got experience.
Yeah.
Like if I applied for even a D3 job, they're going to say you haven't recruited.
Right.
Great, you've won, but I don't know if you can coach to college level.
Exactly.
My theory is that coaching's coaching. As long as I know enough about the game, I would recruit the right guys that would fit my system. That's part of the key. But that's not. I mean, I never wanted. I mean, I had my chances, but I love coaching high school. But that's you're right. It's like, and the problem is you got to look at it like you're an indentured servant. If you want to be a college coach, you're an indentured servant. You're going to work 100 hours and make $12, basically.
Oh my God! Like, if I have a chart of the amount of hours I put in at Holy Cross, and it's crazy.
Right.
40-hour week is not, it's not even.
There is no 40-hour week.
It's not even. It's funny to even say that word. You know what I mean? Like it's
right.
Like,
because there's 50 people standing behind you that'll take the job. It's like being.
Oh yeah, and to be honest with you, when you're going through it, like I didn't even think of it like that. Like I wasn't thinking like wait a minute, day off. Like yeah, I gotta be in the office tomorrow at 6. Like we got we got effort stats. I'm doing here till 1:00 in the morning. Like
right,
they're hard days, but like you don't even think about it. It's just part of your mentality. So if you don't have that mentality and that love for this game and the love to,
you won't make it.
My biggest thing was my love of watching the film and getting guys better. And I walked into a practice, and after I watched the kids' effort stats, I could talk to a kid for a half an hour about, man, like, listen, when you were blocking out, you weren't bending. You weren't like, you got to get lower. And his kid's like, what do you mean, coach? I'm like, let's watch the film. Look at you stand. So like you could really teach a kid and you see the kid get that aha moment. Those are the moments I live for in coaching. And that's what carried me through when I got better. So like if younger coaches, you got to love it like that. If you don't, it's a long road, man. If you're in there,
I always tell my students that the key to life is find something you love to do, something you're good at, and something that pays well. If you find the interchange of those three, you're in good shape. I think I found 2 of the 3.
Right.
Teachers don't make a lot of money, but anyway, so that's the happiness, and you might love to do something. Like I always tell my students, you might love singing.
Yeah, right.
You're not any good at it. Like, so that's fine. You can sing the rest of your life, but no one's going to listen to you,
Right.
So you got to try to find something you love to do and you're good at. If you could talk to one coach, who would you talk to? Living or dead?
John Wooden.
Why?
I just like, I did a lot of reading when about coaching and stuff like that. And I just loved his mentality. He never swore in front of his players. He was a gentleman. And he won a lot, and he really won a lot, and he was really attention to detail in practice. And, like he didn't have to yell during the games. And he always says, because I knew we worked so hard in practice. And if you ever get a chance, just listen to stuff about John Wooden and read about him and just watch some tape on him. He's hard not to like be inspired by. And, just what he did and accomplished. I don't think there's any other college coach out there that's done what he's done.
Is there anything you would change about the game?
What level? The high school?
Any level.
Any level. I mean, I think there's a lot of things that have been changing, like the 3-point line going back deeper and stuff like that. I think changes the game a lot. I've seen that. When I played, we didn't even have the 3. Like early on.
Yeah, I know.
And now it's
college,
like back in college and stuff like that. So I think there's some rules that I would like change. But I kind of like the way it is. I think that there's things that have to evolve.
Do you have a shot clock?
We do have a shot clock. Yeah, I think everyone should have a shot clock.
How long is yours?
We go 30 seconds.
Okay.
So,
and do you have a problem with someone running it?
Managers, and we hire staff that come in and do the games.
And and do you have 3 officials?
We have most games. We have 3 officials. For our home games, we have 3, but sometimes in the row we only have 2.
And do they have a problem with the shot clock, whether it hits the rim and those kind of things? I mean, it's not the college level.
Yeah, I think I mean, it happens. I mean, it's going to happen throughout the game, but it's not to the effect where I think it ruins the game. Someone's that clueless. I think they get the hang of it and they get better. And as long as you got an attentive, responsible person there, who's willing to it means something to them.
Right. And what percentage of time does the shot clock come into play?
That's a good question. I'd probably say maybe, I don't know, maybe 20-15% of the game.
And what do you do do you have specific things you do if it's running down?
Oh yeah. Under 10 seconds, we have, kids, if we haven't got something under 10 seconds, they bring the ball to the middle and they run a flat middle ball screen. So, not an angle, a kind of middle flat. So they can't, guys can't have to hedge one way or the other. It's a little bit harder with a flat ball screen. So we call that flat, and, they do that. Or we do 1-4 low, and we try and let our best player go. So we have a couple calls, head tap, and, that with shot clock running down. And then the old typical fist would just come on, get a side screen because he's on the side and we can't get to the middle. Then if he just calls a fist, it's side ball screen with under 10 seconds. These are all on after our play hasn't panned out, our secondary hasn't panned out, play hasn't panned out, clock's down to 9, run to like either fist, side screen, middle screen, or flat. One of the three. Right. So we do end the shot clock stuff, and then we have plays that we go over with under 5 seconds, all the different stuff.
Right. No, I get it. And the only reason I have a problem with shot clocks, I think this is a stats teacher to me. There's such a wide range of abilities at high school level. Your guys and my guys can create. We would never have a shot clock problem ever. Like, right. I could.
There really is not. The way I press. Right. I'm never. I don't even remember even. Maybe once in a while we look at the end of the game because the other team's trying to delay or whatever. But the way we press, we're pressing on every possession,
so it doesn't.
It doesn't affect us.
But I'm just thinking, even a really small guys team or a really small girl. I mean, they just don't have the players that when the shot clock gets to 10, the ball. There's going to be some really bad shots.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But I think the alternative of not having a shot clock and guys delaying the game and having the games in the,
Do you think that happens that much though?
Oh yeah, in New Jersey, there's big things about that. The old four corners and keeping the scores of like 25-22 in a high school basketball game. And
could they do that to you though? That you wouldn't let them do that to you?
No, I wouldn't let that would happen. But I guess if you have some skilled players, it might be hard if they're like, you're trying to trap them, they throw it to the other side, they get it over, and then they go back to it. Yeah, it could. I don't think it'd ever get to that point with the athletes that I have, but I could see. I don't know. Maybe if that's your style of coaching.
I think it's a hard thing to sell kids if you're going to pull it out too. To be honest.
Know. I mean, it's
a hard sell, man. I
just think it speeds up the game and makes you want to play, get the game fast. Kids know they got to play fast. I think and then when you go to college, you got to be playing like that.
Right.
So my thing is we should be duplicating the things that we do in high school to college. I have a big problem with our our league because they don't let us scout opponents. They don't no exchanging tapes. That kind of stuff.
Can you go and send scouts to games?
No, not in our league. It's ridiculous. And I'm they say.
Okay. So anybody that's listening, my mouth just dropped to the floor. Yeah. I literally can't even tell you how much tape we go through of opposing teams. There was one opponent we played this year that we had every game, every game they played, every game.
That's college. That's basically college.
I had all the stats. I had everything. I knew who could shoot. I knew where they were going to shoot. I knew how they were going to shoot.
So you get to the point where you're sending people, talking to people about what's going on. Then you got to wait till you play them once to get your film on them. You know what I mean? Or you got a buddy who has film on them that sends it to you. It's such a bad system, and I'm trying to get it changed. And I'm trying to. So now they got to the point where this year they let us go. If you ask the opposing coach if you can come, they allow you. You have to ask the opposing athletic director to come to the game. You have to ask that. So okay. I'm moving to Connecticut and going to start an underground taping system, man. Oh, you make $1 million. You know what I mean? It's
I'll just go and tape.
I think it really was because I think some of the coaches are just too lazy to say, hey, I'm not a full-time coach here. I can't go out and watch games at night because I have a game, so I can't get film, and I don't have time to break it down, and I don't want to give my film out. That whole thing. I don't want.
First of all, buy Huddle or buy something that's gonna break the film down for you.
Exactly. That's what we do. We got Huddle Assist. It's awesome.
Oh my God! It's literally so you don't remember this stage, but when I started my coaching career, it was 2 VCR tapes, man. And it was
I was there.
Oh my God! Literally,
the whole cowboy system. We had to
crossover saved my life.
Oh,
maybe saved my marriage because it was I wasn't 18 hours of doing this, record, stop, and then I had a duplicator because I gave every kid a tape, so I had to
one of those. Yeah.
5 VC. It's oh my God, I got a DVD burner sitting right over here that I don't use anymore. But
my first started Division I, we used to have you have to put the person's name you sent the film to, and then the next 20 coaches you got to send the film to. So when you got so I put all right, we send it to Dartmouth, and then below it would be Holy Cross,
right.
Westgate. So when you were done videotaping the film and give it. You got to send it to the next person in line. You know, I had to send it all the way down the list. It was like a pecking order who you send a film to throughout the year. It was crazy. It was just,
it makes no sense.
Film exchange was unbelievable.
All right, so I'm going to give you a rapid fire, Coach. So this is
all right.
These tend to be one a real quick answer. Okay.
Okay.
What's your favorite brand of basketball? Now, what I mean by brand is the literally physical ball. What ball do you like to use, or does your team use?
Spalding.
And do you like the Spalding?
I do. Yep.
Okay, I do too. We use it Spalding TKF 1000 or whatever it is.
Yeah, I think that's the same thing. Yeah, I used the Rock in most of a lot of the Rock at Quinnipiac, and they're okay.
They're okay. I like the feel of the Spalding. I do too. One word to describe your ideal player. Hey, everybody. I hope you're enjoying the podcast as much as I am. A couple things you could do for us. If you're really liking these, please go over and subscribe and link. We would really do appreciate that. It does mean a lot to us. We would also ask that you go over and check out teachhoops.com. Make a commitment to your coaching. Say that I am going to become a better coach. This community is there. It helps us keep the lights on at Coach Unplugged, but it also has resources and videos, and I would put it up second to none on the web. A lot of these sites are stagnant. I am there. I'm answering emails. I've already got calls for tomorrow. I am in there. I'm in the community. I'm there to help you. So go over and check it out. All right, let's get back to the podcast.
Determined.
Okay, one sporting event anywhere in the world.
Final Four.
Yeah, we went. I took my son last year. We saw Virginia. Oh my God, it was like life-changing for him. I think. Yeah. Awesome. Favorite pregame meal?
This is everyone's pregame meal for 10 years, 20 years. Pasta and chicken.
Oh, that's good. I had somebody yesterday that was Mars bar. So,
really?
You never know. Superstition.
Not really. No,
okay.
I don't have those as much.
None. Okay. One skill not being taught.
I'd say passing.
And how do you teach that?
I think you have to work on different passing techniques. Like, when I was at Assumption, the coach at Assumption, he used to talk on, like ripping the ball, 2-man game, left hand extended pass with a hand on the ball to the end and making that push with the left hand and hitting the guy's outside shoulder. Okay. And I think that was a skill, like ripping it, eyes up, protecting, holding the guy off in a championship and making that left hand extended pass and then hitting the guy in the right spot. That's a hard thing to do. Most kids would just throw with 2 hands, get the ball deflected. Some guys would, throw it to the inside. So teaching that where to hit the guy and how to have eye contact. It's easier when you're coming back to the right hand and you're making a right hand extended pass and holding a guy off. But going back to that left side, that's a huge pass. And then I said, then the old pump fake, back door. So now you make that pump fake and the guy goes back door, stepping across, making that. So having the footwork to make all those passing angles.
I love that. It drives it from a former shooter and a shooter that lives in this house. It just drives me bonkers when you don't give it to me close to my pocket. It's just, swear to God, I can't, you don't want me to shoot. Like you throw it up here, you don't want me to shoot. That's cool.
We tell our guys not to shoot if they throw a pass at you can't shoot it. Like if you throw a pass at their bottom of their feet or a bad pass, they got to control themselves one dribble, then shoot. You know what I mean? You don't want to take a bad
it's like shot. Give it to me where I can shoot it,
Exactly. I don't think people work on skip passes enough. Like, the importance of like skip pass and hitting a guy in his shooting pocket, making that right elevation and the right. That's a skill you got.
And that's where the girls' game has really changed because the girls have gotten stronger over the last 20 years and because just everything, Title IX, all this stuff. Yeah. But anyway, they are getting to the point where that skip pass now is like that their game is changing. Like you can just see it. It's like, whoa, that skip pass was so hard, 3/4. Now the girls are getting so much stronger that that game
LeBron is phenomenal with that. He can make one-handed skip passes and hit guys right in like perfect form, like bang.
Okay, so again, for all the listeners, LeBron, Giannis, all those guys are just not normal human beings.
Yeah, no, they're definitely not normal human beings.
There's 8 billion people that live in the world, and there's one LeBron. So just
if
you've ever seen him play in person, he runs like a gazelle, and he's 6'8". It's like, oh my.
His passing with one hand, it's just unbelievable.
I mean, Wesley played for me, plays for the Bucks. He's 6'3", 6'4". He looks like a little boy out there, like size-wise. He's 6'4", and he's built like a tank because he guards LeBron and those guys. He looks like a little boy, like size-wise. He's not width-wise, but it's like height-wise, it's like crazy. They're just You got to go see those games close in person to see how abnormal they really are. What's one thing you do to relax?
I swim.
Oh, that's good. And do you have a pool at school?
Yes.
Wow. You have a good swim team?
Yeah, they're pretty good.
They're pretty good?
Yeah,
we have a really good swim team in our school too. I always ask the swimmers, what do you think about? Like down, back, down, back.
Something about getting your mind off it, to be honest. Just getting your mind in a different area.
They do. What they say is they say we just don't think, Coach. We just zone out and we sing songs in our head, and it's just like, and it's probably healthier than what we do, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
What's one coaching technique you think's important?
I think connecting. Like how to connect with your players. Like I think it's important. Like just to make sure the kids believe in, especially in this day and age, how to connect with kids. It's hard to connect a kid who's like involved with video games, TikTok, and most of the rappers and stuff. You don't know who they are. And for me to connect with that kid, you kind of got to go a little bit more into the kid's life and really, because if you don't connect with them, they're not going to play hard for you. They don't believe in you, and I think that's important.
I started a TikTok 30 days ago for the sole purpose that I knew they'd watch it and laugh at me. That's the sole reason I started it. Swear to God.
Yeah.
Teach hoops if you want to listen to it. TikTok.
I'll have to.
It's just stupid. It's like dad jokes, but I don't care because But that's what I'm missing the most right now. I said this to another person I was doing a podcast. I miss my guys. I miss them coming to my room. I miss seeing them. I miss interacting. It's just different.
That part is huge. I think
it's huge, and that's what it's gonna be hard. There's gonna have to be a lot of repairing to go on.
And I'll tell you, all the great coaches you can go back and see, they all had that connection. The players, they talk about the connection with the coach. It's just, I don't care who it is. You go Bobby Knight, doesn't matter. Like they all believe in that connection so. It
is. Best player you've seen in person?
Larry Bird.
Were you a Laker or were you a Celtic?
Oh, I was a Celtic.
Okay.
I grew up in Boston, so yeah.
Well, I was telling you, I was talking to a coach from Ireland yesterday, and he's a huge Celtics fan. Obviously, lives in Ireland. He's a huge Celtics fan. And him and I were having this laugh about, because I was a Laker guy. Like people that are our age understand that you were one or the other. Like,
you had I didn't have much of a choice.
But there was when you're in the middle of the country, there was you had a choice. Either a Laker fan or a Celtics fan. Yeah. There was no I like both of them. No, you do. You either like Magic or you like Larry.
Yeah. I mean, you can appreciate the others, but you got to make a choice.
Oh, I hated McHale. Oh my God, great player, but it's I'm going to run him over with my car.
Unbelievable footwork.
Oh yeah, Parrish, and oh my God, that was the era. Best player of all time?
MJ.
Yeah, he's winning that by about 95%. I'm hoping, I'm wearing my Bucks things today. I'm hoping Milwaukee has the future one, because he gets a jump shot, man.
Special, man.
You're
special. Right. He can never get that.
You forget he's 23.
I know.
I know Milwaukee will give him the city of Milwaukee to keep him. You can have Milwaukee. Just
wherever you want to go.
Yeah. One thing that helped you become a better coach.
Film.
Yep. That's what and you know what? Again, you and I have spent a lot more time than I have, but you and I have both spent a lot of time watching film. That is the one thing I think some of these young, especially that huddle and all that stuff's doing it for them now.
Yeah.
They're not watching as much film as we had to, because we had to.
You had no choice. You had to break it down the other
right.
Way, like you said, rewind, fast forward, rewind, fast forward. So you'd watch one play 10 times.
Right. Sometimes. And I'd be there oh my God, it's like 2 a.m. and I've watched a half of a game.
I know. Yeah. So film was, but I tell you, that was the biggest thing. I felt so much more confident walking into every practice if you really did the effort stats and broke down film. And the best feeling I had as a coach's assistant all the way until I was at Quinnipiac was when you did your scout. It was your scout, and you broke down the film of that other team, and you walked into that and you knew the other team's plays almost as good as that other team,
right,
and what they were going to do, and you could actually affect the game because you knew something about what. I'll tell you right now, that's a feeling as an assistant, you know, the head coach gets all the praise and all that.
Right.
But as an assistant, and it was your scout, like that was like a big part of it, man.
Right.
Like,
I know. And it's like, well, and I tell people I have great assistant coaches, but I turn over my scouting, a lot of it to my assistants at this point.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't need to do it anymore.
Right.
And it gives them accountability. Like I come in at the end and they'll go over the scout with me, but I think that's just a great thing for people that are head coaches. What's the best game you've seen in person? Something in the Garden? Nothing in the Garden?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of, you know, I saw one.
Or maybe one you coached.
Yeah, no, I saw a playoff game with the Celtics and the Lakers back in '87. So at the Garden, so that was a pretty good game.
Well, that'd be a pretty good one.
Yeah.
One word to describe your coaching style.
I guess you have to say that I guess I'd be intense. I mean, I'm passionate, more intensity, passion, you know, for the game. I'm into it. I'm not sitting down. That's for sure.
Best basketball coach of all time.
I'd have to go with John Wooden. Yeah.
I figured that was going to be your answer. One book you'd recommend.
If you haven't read Jay Bill's Toughness.
Okay.
I think that was good. But the one, like I said, what was the name of the John Wooden one? I'm trying to think. It's Wooden. It's
Is it the one with him on the picture?
Yeah.
I'll put it in the show notes. I know the one you're talking about. That's a really good one. I know the one you're talking about.
Leadership. Wooden on leadership. Just phenomenal book.
Yeah, that's awesome. Would you leave, or I'm going to give you ask you a couple questions. One of them you already asked because I think you the shot clock. Would you leave it, change it, or replace it? So shot clock, I think you'd leave it.
Yeah.
What about halves? We play halves.
I leave
halves in Wisconsin.
Yeah, so we play halves too.
Okay.
I'd leave it. I don't think quarters are. You know, I'd rather do halves.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
How long are your halves?
18.
Yeah, we do 18 too. Yeah.
The only thing I miss is I wish they gave us an extra timeout like the summer, and if we didn't use it, we lost.
How many do you have for timeouts?
We have 5.
See, we have 6. We have 4 and 2.
Yeah, see, we have 5. So I miss that one teaching moment in that first half that I wish I could call one. That's like, okay, hold on, we got to do this. That you get with that first to second quarter thing.
I tend to, my coaches laughed at me. He said, you know, you don't take your timeouts to the grave, just so you know. I just want to make sure they all our assistants, because I don't
call them either.
Because my thing is I'm a pressing team, and my whole thing is I want to get the other team tired.
Right.
So if I feel like if I sit there and I call a timeout, I'm giving them a rest.
Yep.
So I want to like keep the pace going, keep the pressure on. I want them to call timeout, them to call that. If I'm calling the timeout, something's wrong.
I never called timeouts. I won a state title in 2011 because I had my timeouts at the end. I swear to God, we triple overtime. They'd score. I take a timeout. We'd score. They'd score. They'd free for. I mean, the only reason I won is because I had timeouts. They're too valuable. I'll tell you something. There's a loose ball. My guys know every loose ball on the floor. We're not calling it. We're not calling it. I'm not wasting one in the first half.
Oh yeah. No, don't do that.
So we discuss it. Because how many times have you seen people waste one for, 3 minutes into the game, there's a loose ball and the kid dives on it and calls a timeout. It's like, what are you doing? Those things are like gold.
I talk about the same thing about traps. We talk about throwing off a guy's leg. We never try and call the timeout. We talk throw it off the ankle, throw it off, whatever. I'd rather
leave it, change it, or replace it. Summer basketball as it is right now, like last summer, not this.
I'd change it.
And how would you change it?
I mean, I think it needs to, I think basketball needs to, go back a little bit more to the high school coaches. I think there has to be an emphasis on, high school. And this is nothing against the AAU guys. I think the AAU guys do a great job, and some of them do a great job. And it's great. I run my own AAU program now, so I'm not like knocking it, but I really do believe that there has to be a little bit more accountability for the, some of these AAU coaches you're going to get. You just throw them into these situations, and it's all about, the money. It's not about the connection with the kid. It's not about so I'd rather have some events where high school coaches and assistants are more involved, that have accountability and some kind of connection with the kids more, because then it becomes a battle between the AAU coach and the high school coach. Like, who do you believe in more, and who am I gonna, hey, my high school coach telling me to do this, but I gotta listen to my AU guy because he's giving me sneakers and he's giving me like a trip to Vegas, and
what I've thought too, and this is another change I would love to make, is I think the big schools should have an assistant that their sole responsibility is like going out and recruiting, high school. They like during the season, they can't sit on the bench. They can't go to practice. They can just go out to high schools. They can just go watch practices. They can just do that. That would be, I mean, come on. Like Michigan can afford another assistant, and that's all they do. All they do is recruit. And they build connections with the high school coaches.
And I'll tell you, that's a great thing to talk about, because I as an assistant at Division I for all those years, that was a hard balance. I mean, to like try and be at your practice, then go catch a game in Philly. I used to be at practice from Quinnipiac. We used to practice from 1 to 3, 1 to 4, right around there. I get in my car at 4:30, drive to Philly 3 hours, see a game, you know what I mean, at 7, get back in the car at 9 and come back home at 1, get up in the morning, individual, same thing. Like, it's like crazy. Like, so most assistants like, I can't be doing this every day. So they don't go see kids as much as they should.
They don't go to the high schools anymore.
Yeah, they don't go.
They go to Vegas. They go to Chicago and watch them all. And I don't blame them. I would do the same thing, because they're not working 40-hour weeks. But if you hired somebody that was their sole job, they couldn't go to practice. They couldn't be in day-to-day stuff. They couldn't break film. You would literally have to spell out that you are a recruiter. Like,
that's a great idea.
This is your job, and that building connections, and that you can go out and see high school games. It would be. I just think that would be the answer to.
And that's a tough thing, because like I said, not too many college coaches go to high school games anymore. That's and I don't blame them, because it's hard to do.
Right. And the thing is, it's like
head coaches, they don't want to go, like how many head coaches, like they're like, I don't even need to go to that. You know what I mean? Like, I'll wait to see him in the summer in July. I'll see him in April.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you better be a 5-star recruit if that's
that's the only reason you're going out.
Because someone else is trying to steal him. All right. Any parting words on for coaches that are listening, Coach? What would you do it again?
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you, I think this is great stuff during, this hard times, you know what I mean? Just talking basketball and getting your mind. This was great for me, just to get my mind off all the being quarantined and, just to talk hoop. And I think you should, if you're a young coach, just get with someone who loves it and talk hoop as much as you can. And, but talk hoop in the right way, like break it down like this and get some pointers and watch some, some podcasts and some clips of like basketball and break it down.
So here's what I tell young coaches when they ask me all the time. It's like I said, I don't know if you're a visual person. If you are, go to YouTube, find something, watch film. There's plenty of stuff. Maybe you're a reader. There's plenty of books out there by great people that know more than anything. If not, find them. Everyone should find some mentors. I've had great mentors in my career. I'm sure you've had great mentors that will help you. Like, people want to help other people. I mean, that's the thing. Is I'll tell you, I sent
about the college business.
Yeah,
a lot. It's a fraternity of coaches trying to help coaches.
Right, because we all have been through the thing. So, well, thank you, Coach. I really do appreciate it.
All right, appreciate it, Steve.
Thanks. Hey, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that podcast. Make sure you subscribe and like. Make sure you go over and check us out on YouTube. Teach Hoops on YouTube. It's a great channel. Always putting new videos up there. Also, make sure you go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. Do you want to win that conference championship? Do you want to win that state championship? Do you want to win that tournament? Let me help you do that. Go over and check it out. Have a great day.